Throughout history, many civilizations have flourished along the banks of the mighty Euphrates River, with one of the most prominent being the Mesopotamian Empire. Mesopotamia, situated between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, is part of the Fertile Crescent. Despite human activity altering much of the Euphrates basin's landscape, remnants of the region's historic flora still exist. Recently, a discovery in the Euphrates River has puzzled scientists. This video will discuss this discovery and how it is changing the world. This discovery fulfills almost every religion as we discovered it in the video. Watch the video till the end. Let's dive into the video. The Euphrates River is one of Mesopotamia's two great rivers, the other being the Tigris. Both rivers originate within 50 miles of each other in eastern Turkey and flow southeast through northern Syria and Iraq to the Persian Gulf, forming a massive river system in the Middle East's alluvial saltmarsh ecoregion. The rivers have several small tributaries that feed shallow freshwater lakes, swamps, and marshes surrounded by desert. The hydrology of these vast marshes is critical to the ecology of the upper Persian Gulf, which is known as the cradle of civilization due to its ancient history. The Euphrates River played a significant role in the rise of civilization in ancient Mesopotamia during the 4th millennium BCE. Many important cities, such as Meri, Sippar, Nippur, Shuruppak, Uruk, and Eridu, were located along the river or nearby. It continued to be a central part of the later empires of Babylonia and Assyria. It was a boundary for many powerful empires throughout history, including the Persian, Roman, and Egyptian empires. The Battle of Karbala, a significant event in Islamic history, also took place along the banks of the Euphrates. However, concerns over the river's ecosystem have arisen, as many of the wetlands in the Tigris-Euphrates basin were destroyed during Saddam Hussein's regime. These wetlands were critical to the ecology of the upper Persian Gulf, and the loss of salt-tolerant vegetation and native species was devastating. There is an ongoing debate about the river's rights and use. Large dam and power plant projects in Turkey and Syria raise concerns about their environmental impact and potential to exacerbate water scarcity in Iraq. The management and conservation of the Euphrates River remain a pressing issue in the Middle East. Some of the hadiths of Prophet Muhammad in Islam suggest that the Euphrates River will dry up, revealing unknown treasures that will cause strife and war. However, soon after, the Euphrates River showed a prize, the Gold Mountain, for which people would fight. According to the Prophet Muhammad, the hour will not arrive until the Euphrates River has dried up, revealing the Mountain of Gold. In the following fighting, 99 men will die, and each man will think, "Perhaps I'll be the only one who survives." The Euphrates in the Bible. According to Genesis 2:14, one river that flows from the Garden of Eden is the Pareth, Hebrew for the Euphrates. This Hebrew word, which can be translated as a stream or to break forth, has been translated as the Euphrates. It is the fourth river to form from the river flowing out of the garden, following the Pishon, Gihon, and Tigris, whose Hebrew name is Hiddekel. The same named river defined one of the borders of the land promised by God to Abraham and his descendants through Isaac and Jacob. It is referred to simply as the river in the Hebrew Bible. On that day, the Lord said to Abraham that to your descendants, I give this land from the Egypt River to the great river, the Euphrates. As per the Bible, God creates the Euphrates. Tigris is the name of the third river, which flows east of Ashur. Therefore, the Euphrates is the fourth river. God tells the Israelites to go to the promised land, start out and make your way to the Emirate, and to all their neighbors in the Arabah, the Shephelah, the seacoast, the Negeb, and the land of the Canaanites. God, through Moses, promises the Israelites the promised land. Every location where you set your feet shall be yours. Your borders shall extend from the wilderness to Lebanon, and from the Euphrates River to the western sea. Deuteronomy 11:24. The Euphrates is prophesied to dry up in preparation for the Battle of Armageddon in Revelation 16:12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the Euphrates, and the water there was dried up, so that the way for the eastern kings might be prepared. According to a prophecy in the book of Ezekiel, the Dead Sea, devoid of life, since the time of Sodom and Gomorrah, may be coming back to life. Fresh water has been flowing into the Rift Valley, and sinkholes have opened up, allowing freshwater fish to be spotted. While this may not wholly fulfill Ezekiel's prophecy, it certainly indicates that it may come to pass. Many of Ezekiel's forecasts have been fulfilled in the past, such as his prediction of the destruction of Tyre and its eventual rebuilding as a fishing village. The Bible contains many prophecies about the second coming of Christ and the return of God to Jerusalem. Some people believe that we live in historical times that may lead to the return of the Lord and urge others to be prepared. If you enjoyed the video, so never forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon.